scry as far as the eye can see.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian, and today I am once again revisiting Galadriel of Lothlorien, one of my favorite decks where you scry and reveal, trying to find lands on top of your deck so you can put them into play for free. And with Galadriel, we've had a lot of updates slowly added to the deck over time, because it turns out that doubling her triggers, getting more landfall things like Bristly Bill in the Spring Heart Nantuko, and of course just doing the same old, scrying on creatures entering the battlefield, is still really good with Galadriel. This deck is a Simic Scry deck with a landfall sub-theme. Because you're putting so many lands into play, you can get a lot of value, especially if those lands come into play untapped, using a card like Spelunking. And since we're in both blue and green, you can support her with flash spells and counter spells, and some of the few other pieces of scry payoff to stick with the theme. Some of the best cards in this deck are things that allow you to scry repeatedly, like Palantir of Orthanc, which is honestly just a value engine all around, but if you're getting additional payoff for scrying, it gets even better. Creatures that attack in and scry either on hit or on attack, like Oracle the Alpha and Haka, are great. And if you need to, bounce all of your opponent's stuff back into their hand with your River's Rebuke so you can clear the way for a swing. Well, that's exactly what it does. And, well, lands always give you more mana. And the more mana you have, the bigger spells you can cast. Portal to Phyrexia, Emrakul, Henge, Leveler, Hoof, Coma, it doesn't matter. If it's big, you can throw it in the deck. But things that care about the number of lands you have are even better, like Bonnie Paul, who comes with her big old cow. So we're going to take Galadriel into the queue, and we're going to scry away. Ren the Relentless, who produces relentless rats. If one of your creatures dies while Ren is out, it gets exiled. And based on the number of cards that have been exiled from the battlefield, Ren will make more rats. So this could either be a rat colony kind of deck that is a rat typal deck, or it could be Ren and a lot of kill and counter spells to control the game and just produce some good rats. They're good rats. Some of the best rats you could even imagine. It's a great way to like discourage your opponent from blocking things like rat colony, because if they do, you'll probably trade, and then they'll get these rat tokens, which are really strong. I like Ren. I built a Ren deck. Had a lot of fun with it. I have to decide if I want to go for Oracle or Galadriel. Since I don't currently have a scry outlet, I'm going to start with the Oracle of the Alpha. Oracle of the Alpha, going to make it actually a lower chance that I'm going to hit a land on any given scry, but it gives me an extra scry every turn it can attack. Also, evasive damage, and I put the Power 9 in my deck. So, like, the Power 9 is still good. There's a land. Bring out Galadriel. I'll attack in with the Oracle of the Alpha. That's Ancestral Recall. So, I think Ancestral Recall is worth keeping on top, even though it's not a land. It's a really good part of the Power 9. That's some good power, and we're playing with it. I'll pass the turn. They're playing more rat colonies and a little bit of ramp. Probably not looking to trade here. And that's probably a good idea. I'm going to start with the scry, since then I can look at what's on top of my deck, decide if it's something worth keeping, worth drawing, worth revealing. Nice, I got a land! Oh, yippee! I'm going to use Ancestral Recall to draw 3 cards. Got the Lost Isle Calling. That's another payoff for scry. I think it's going to be better for me to play the Hydra Crisis. X equals 2 is totally fine. Anything that's like X equals 1, unless I'm trying to like put this as my, like a big beatdown. Oh, I did X equals 1 by accident. That's fine. I was like saying it. It was like X equals 1, X equals 2. As long as it is big enough to trade with a rat colony, it's totally fine. Ooh, it's Ogre. Rats have Death Touch. Hello there, Ogre Slumlord. Do you want to play? Oh, the Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering cards will be a physical product, but they will also be in Magic the Gathering Arena. I'm looking forward to it, though. It's coming out next spring, I think. Look at the little rats! Rats. Ogre Slumlord's fun. We love the slum. Start with my Scry from the Oracle. Black Lotus. I actually don't really care about Black Lotus, but like, is more mana for that Emrakul. Doesn't matter. I'd rather have a land, and we reveal. That's our win. Boo. I'm gonna bolt this in, play the Great Henge, and then I have mana, and I'm just going to use it right now. Why wait? Glyph and counter spells, that's why you could wait. No! You're not lands. I could put the Spring Heart into hand. I'm okay with that. We draw, then we reveal a land. Thank you. Oracle the Alpha, you are not doing what I need you to do here. When the Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering cards come out, I suspect a lot of new players will be coming into Magic. And I am so happy to just talk about Final Fantasy and be like, you want to hear my Kefka laugh? Oh, I know it's bad. Do you want to hear it anyway? And I'll have to say yes. I'm going to play Emrakul here so I can take over their next turn. Go to combat, so with the Oracle of the Alpha. That is a Scoop Bug, which is a good card, but it's not a land. Please reveal a land. Joint exploration. Bro, what is this, college? All right, so they're saying good game. All right, yep. So in their hand, they had a crippling fear. As long as I name a creature type other than rat, I would kill the Ogre Slumlord, all of these rats, and then I can attack with Bren and kill it. I could also even, like, duress them to, like, just get rid of it, because it's... Oh, is it target opponent duress? Okay. That doesn't matter. I could make me discard this before I get something better in hand. Yeah, the crippling fear could be used against them, because I guess the rats are scared of themselves. Autophobia. Terrifying. GG, Bren. Ivy, Gleeful, Spell Thief, another Simic commander, but they're going to be looking to target their own creatures and double up the spells that are doing that targeting. I go first here, which means that I can maybe hold up Wash Away for their commander, and also get a turn 1 Scry looking for, I don't know, not really a land. I have 3 more lands in hand here, so that's not quite what I want. Okay, I'll take a delightful halfing. Halfing, wow. Halfling. Blue or green? Windswept Heath. Blue and green. The Sanctum Weaver. Not able to hit that with the Wash Away. It's a nice way to turn like all the various auras that you can put on Ivy into more mana. Grab the Breeding Pool, comes in tapped. Nice. Ooh, a Scry Outlet. Playing Galadriel, making sure she's uncounterable even though there's not really room for a counterspell to be held up here. Ivy, Gleeful, Spell Thief! I do not want that to resolve, but they could have a counterspell for my counterspell since Ivy, also being a Simic deck, oftentimes has a good amount of interaction. Looks like they didn't have any there. That's alright, they still have 2 mana up. So they can replay Ivy next turn, and I don't have another counterspell. But I have the ability to scry, and isn't that what matters? Oh, another way to scry. Love those. I'll play the treasure map. Pay 1 mana. And see what's on top of the deck. It's a land! Yay! Oh, goody. And I reveal the land. Behold, a waterlogged grave. And I guess I can attack. Oh, watch them have like a flash aura here. That would be actually very awkward. Or like Malcolm or something. I could make it indestructible though. Since this deck is so dependent on its commander, there's not a lot of other scry payoff in Arena. we have to have some ways to protect her. Or just like ramp the player again. Oh, it's a charge through. Gives trample, draws a card. That would be a great spell to have doubled. I'm guessing they're just digging here. Looking for some more lands, protection, maybe even counter spells and buffs. Is the Scry outlet a Scroutlet? Yeah, it's a Scroutlet. Are you gonna play her again? I guess it looks like I have, like, Memory Lapse mana up. I don't have any more counter spells in hand. I have Tamiyo's Safekeeping. Oh, no, they're mutating! Yeah, Ivy also doubles mutate by copying the mutate onto herself. This is pretty rad, though. So now they've started a mutate stack on the Dreamtail Heron. And I am scrying. What is it? Oracle the Alpha. Nah, I want to land. Show me mana! Oh, it's a Scryland. Okay, so a Scryland we hit. Come on, another Scryland. Big money, no way. It was the orb. I mean, it was the orb. I do like the orb. Palantir of Orthanc gives me an end-step Scry. You can also just straight up drain your opponents. And, like, it's the orb. It's the Palantir of Orthanc. It's great. Oh, fun fact. If I target one of my creatures with Tamiyo's Safekeeping, Ivy will also get to copy it. She doesn't care who is the one casting the spell. She just cares that it targets one creature. Behold, an orb. We do have 3 mana up here. I'll scry. That's a land! Love to see it. Put it into play using Galadriel. And I could either, like, play Turn Timber Symbiosis, or I could scry again! 2 lands! Okay. Oh, wait, is it not an enchantment anymore? Oh, you're right, it can't tap for mana because there's no enchantments out. Well, that's a little awkward. Nice birds, though. We will scry. Gift of the Viper. That gives a reach and death touch counter onto these creatures. A cool buff. Okay, I'm just gonna swap the order of these. So if they mill this, they will lose 6 life. If they don't mill it, that's a prime time in my hand. Also, we know that there's a land second down, so we get a land in play. So they have their 6th land, and we have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11th land. Also, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other mana. Oh, the Trumpeting Gnar goes... Boop, boop. A high-cost mutate, but a fine mutate. That's going to draw them a card off the Dreamtail Heron. And it's also going to make them 2 beasties and turn Ivy into a bigger, badder beast. Also, she's not legendary anymore. She's just a Gnar. Like from League of Legends. Well, I guess that's a Yordle, like a proto-Yordle. Ooh, Venerated Rot Priest. If either of us targets their creatures with spells, I will be poisoned. That's not Gnar loot, is Gnar. Gnar. I think I should draw a card. I have enough mana sources. I could even use this to draw a card. That is a good card. Play a land, get a land, draw some cards. Thank you, Great Henge. You're so great. We'll grab 2 lands. A scrying land and a scrying land. Named Blue. And then I will... Okay. I'm putting on full control mode here. Because I do actually really want that card. Because it can help kick off a lot of great triggers for Galadriel. So I'm going to draw a card off of my treasure thingy. And then reveal. And it's Oracle the Alpha. So put that in the trash. I don't care. Stop showing up. They get to have birds. I don't want birds. Reveal. Nadu. Okay. I mean, it's Nadu. Good card. We're going to start with Elrond. The Rond enters the battlefield. That's the One Ring. It's not a land. Mythweaver Pock. Okay. here comes Nadu. So, Nadu's going to trigger Elrond's second Scry. Elrond's second Scry is going to trigger a targeted ability. Or does it choose? Oh, it's going to trigger a thing that's going to trigger a thing. So, choose Nadu. Yeah, just choose. Reveal. Excellent. Not a land. Reveal. Don't want either of those. I am now tempted by the ring. We go to combat. I don't attack. And pass the turn. We scry 2. Yeah. Gonna go ahead and flip those around. Would you like to mill? Or let me draw. Ooh, that is 9 damage to you, and then we reveal, and is it it's Lost Isle Calling. This way to take an extra turn after you do, like 7 scries. I don't need to stop Arboreal Grazer. Nadu carrying the 1 ring. I would not trust this bird to be ring bearer. Also, Nadu is a very good card in this deck. Turns out there's a lot of landfall stuff that just works really well with them. Hawk. Who cares about lands? Also scrying. Landfall working in Simic? That's crazy. Yeah, you get like Bristly Bill out and you just go crazy. I already have essentially Season of Growth out with Elrond, so I don't need that. We scry and we reveal! I mean, also, yeah, it's got great stats. That is Tatiova! Ooh, card draw! I mean, I already have card draw. But, ooh, more card draw! Wooded Foothills. That's a land! Nadu, you're still the ring bearer. Reveal. Excellent. Draw cards. Get more. This Pawk is here. Castle Vantress. It's land. Forest. It's land. Okay. I reveal. That is a River's Rebuke. I will play land. Tatiova's going to draw us a card. And I'm going to cast River's Rebuke to put all of this back into their hand. Look, you can resequence all your targeting. Lazotep plating? I don't think so. And then we attack in for lethal. GG, Ivy. Dina, Soul Steeper. This is usually part of a combo deck, where Dina use Exquisite Blood, either gains life and then deals damage to your opponent, which causes life gain, which causes damage, which causes life gain, which causes damage, which causes life gain, which causes damage. You can also do this combo with a couple other cards, but having it in your command zone, especially in a color that has access to a lot of different tutors, makes this a pretty good deck. It also probably has a good sub-theme of either sacrifice or life gain. Nice. Hateful Eidolon. And we're just gonna try to do our own thing, like play Galadriel and then use our treasure map to scry. Amy is playing Reveal the deck. You know what I like. It's Reveal. I like to look at the top card of my library and say Reveal. There's a nice 1/2 mana flying light flanker. And here's a map. I'm gonna use the map. I'm gonna look at the top card of my deck, and it's not a land! Galadriel says, but what if it was a land? That's a Llanowar Elf. I'm attacking. I'm gonna put upkeep stop. I'm gonna put this Llanowar Elf straight in the trash. Shuffler, you had one job, and it was to put a land on top of my library. I'm so ready. Hello, would you like to gain 2 life? Galadriel, why are you like this? She's addicted to scry. It's her who's addicted to scrying. It's not me. I would never ponder my scrying goal. I don't know what it's called for Galadriel. It's not her orb. That said, Palantir is in this deck, so is the One Ring. Girl, I know you're not supposed to get tempted by the ring or whatever, but it is in the deck because it's good card draw. Dina, you gotta take your turn. I wonder if their games got messed up. Nope. Okay, here's Veto. So again, Exquisite Blood with Veto or Dina will make infinite combo happen. Also, he's gonna just drain me for extra. We are going to use the treasure map. I'm going to... Wait, hold up. It didn't tap the halfling. Okay, I don't like that because I would have rather you use the colorless mana. Reveal. Not a land. Not even a playable card. Stuck on 2 lands in a lands deck. A Scry lands deck. It's a file. The file is a gift she gave. It's not what she scries. It's her mirror. It's a scrying mirror. That sounds right. Veto is draining us. Ooh, Valentine Dina the Veen! This deck is exceptionally mono-black so far. We are going to... I didn't manually tap again. Scry! It is a land! Reveal. Dang, that took a while. Land? Land! Oh, goody! Now, I have these treasures that I can use as a treasure map to, like, draw cards. I could River's Rebuke here. I could Vorinclex. Kind of like Vorinclex here, just as, like, guess what I can block? Gonna get me 2 more lands to guarantee landfalls next turn. So we're gonna grab a forest. And yeah, I'll grab the breeding pool. I have scryed. And now I went from 2 lands to 5 lands that turn. Now, I wish I had done that turns before, but no, somebody didn't reveal lands. They're drawing cards and losing life. Cold Steel Heart for more ramp. The Shuffler had 1 job, and she didn't do it. We're going to bring out the Season of Growth into Nissa. This will get me a Scry. That's the 1 ring. Tempting, but no. Now I reveal it's a land! Oh, we love lands. In this house, we love lands so much. I'm going to crack open that fetch. I'm going to grab something blue. The Rond? I don't really want to play Elrond right here. Kind of want to just, like, reset them. Because it's going to make it a lot harder for them to combo. Now, they may have some board wipes. That's okay. I have the Season of Growth. Makes it a lot easier to rebuild. Swinging for 9. I think, like, using that mana for Hydroid Krasis would also be fine. But keeping them away from having one of the combo pieces and enough mana to do the combo felt like the right move. They are shocking this in, because they want to use as many things as they can since they have 9 cards in hand and they don't want to be overdrawn. Dina! Followed by Deep Cavern Bat. Gonna grab that counter spell again, I suspect. Because, like... Yeah. Because, yeah. Valentine, Dina the Veen, and you got 1 mana left. Is it time for the Eidolon? The Eidolon returns. I have another counter spell, though. I frilled Nest deck, which, it's a cool counter. Tempting. That doesn't tap for mana of any color. So I'd have to leave that. Or I could flip this over because it's fun. Millen. We got Alrund and Arwen. You wash away? No. Buff. Reveal. Bonnie's rad, but no. Reveal. Bro, are you for real? Are you for real right now? So if they get their combo piece here, because I chose not to hold up the counter spell, that happens. But I wanted to scry, because that's what the deck do. Ooh, that's a huff. So do you have the combo? Let's find out. They sure do! Exquisite blood! And that's why you should hold up counter spells against combo decks. Even if it's not as funny. At least this executes very, very quickly. I lose a life to gain a life. I lose a life. I gain a life. Lose gain. Lose gain. Lose gain. Lose gain. Very quickly. Soon, we'll be dead. And by the way this works, even if I had a blocker in there, it doesn't matter. As long as they have gained life, it would be kicked off. Excellent work. GG, Dina. Lonus, Cryptozoologist, another one of my favorite Simic commanders. But whereas this one is scrying and finding lands, they're finding clues. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under their control, they get a clue, and they can sacrifice those clues to steal permanents from my deck. It is a very fun and funny deck, at least to me. And Lonus got a couple extra cards in Karlov Manor, including a new card, like there's a second Lonus. You also are probably like clue synergy. It's more than clue synergy. It's like little dude synergy. You play tons of tiny creatures, and you use all those tiny creatures to build up your clues. There's also a couple alchemy cards, like cards introduced through digital-only magic, that get you more clues or like let you use clues for other things. And those are great. Oh, a little guy. And their first clue. Will we solve this mystery? I don't know. First, we're going to have to scry. Reveal. That's not a land. Scry and reveal. So I actually have what I'm going to call the pieces of a very special wombo combo out here. If you have Galadriel, either Season of Growth or Elrond, and then Scoot Swarm, or to a lesser extent Spring Hearten and Tuco, you can get silly. Like, really silly. So I'm gonna try to get silly right here. So it's not guaranteed to empty every land out of my deck and make a horrible infinite stack of scrying and revealing, but it very frequently does. It can actually get to be such a problem in Arena where you can't shortcut anything, where starting this, kicking off this sequence, can cause you to lose the game by timing out the stack. Scoot Swarm is a mistake. We still have another chance here. We're gonna get 4 more triggers, I guess. As we get our bugs, or 2 more. And I can either hold the Mana Drain, or we could do the Lotus Cobra. If we get the Lotus Cobra out while this is all happening, that would be great. But I think it's gonna have to be a... Ooh, I cannot counter that because it is an ability. Smart. Very smart. But that does mean I get more scoots. Skiddly buggly spoodly bug. Scoot scoot. Scoot scoot. Scoot scoot. Scoot scoot. Swinging with Galadriel. Care to trade? Listen, she did her thing. She scryed. She revealed. We still have Elrond. Not the one we just saw. We have the other Elrond still in our deck. So you're wondering why did I not play Lotus Cobra? I want to make sure I am holding up the Mana Drain here. Since they would have, like, River's Rebuke mana, and I want my scoots to be bugging and scooting. Kitten with Lonus can get real silly. I wonder what we're searching for? Well, I'll take the 2 mana. I don't know what it is, but I don't want them to have it. Good game. Nethroi, Apex of Death, reanimates upon mutation, but can only bring things back if they have a low enough power. It's a total power of 10 or less. So we're gonna see lots of little guys here. We love little guys. I'm a little guy. I'm a little guy with a whole lot of mana. And one of my neighbors just dropped something that sounded like it was heavy and made of glass or metal. So I hope everything's going all right with them. I feel like I should go for Jace since he's harder to removal. Wow, 2 removal. 2 remove. And then plus. I know, I'm not revealing this land, but it's still a land for me to play next turn. Nice. Leyline Prowler is bigger than the Pel Collector, so it's gonna buff it. Jace is gonna get hit. Ow. Why would you do this? Because I like to bully you, Jace. It's very fun. Use Jace to scry. Those are not lands. I would like a land. Even though that landfall creature, the Tireless Provisioner, all-star, doesn't matter. I want to scry 2 lands. We're going to use a scrying land to scry to a land, right? We're going to reveal. There we go. We found one. So that took a little bit of digging, 4 cards deep, to find the next land, but I still got there. Very important. Yeah, I don't know what my neighbors dropped. Hopefully nothing's broken, including the floor. Hopefully that wasn't like a window break. It didn't sound like a window shattering. It sounded like something being dropped. We scry. There's a land. Lovely. They dropped the base. Oh no, those are expensive. I'll play Vorinclex to get 2 forests. I'll get the duel and a regular one. And I'll just bring in the Shockland tapped. Pass back to them. Now if they attack with Jace, if they attack with everything at Jace here, I will let him die. I don't care that much about him. Jace, you might be a scry every turn. But you're also like, you were 3 mana. But I have more than twice the mana that they do. Even with this Leyline Prowler, they're not getting quite as far as we are. GG Nethroi, Apex of Death. Neheb, the Eternal, has afflict, and I believe it has recently been slightly eroded. Anyway, this card will get you mana based on the amount of life that your opponent has lost before their post-combat main, which is now 2nd main phase. It means that there's fewer infinite loops. You can't use the card that lets you take an additional combat for 5 mana to just, like, keep going. It doesn't matter. I got cool counter spells. I got some ramp. I have scry. I don't have a lot of creatures here, but we'll see how red they are. Oh, the answer? Very red. Do I want to play the tome? Yeah, I want to set up for scries. I'm actually going to use one of my scries right now, just to make sure it's not a card they can play. So like Nissa, if they played a land there, they'd be able to play her, and that's a good card for them. This is a land, less good. Ironcrag, this means that they might actually be able to play Neheb next turn. But I want to do what my deck does. So I'm going to bring out Galadriel. And then I'm going to scry. This will surprise nobody. It's almost like I like to scry. Nadu, again, very good card, especially if their main removal is going to be targeted burn. But it's not a land. I want to reveal. Aw, Drew Champion, thank you for gifting subs to Sloppy Kisses. Who are we giving Sloppy Kisses to? Hi, Neheb. I'm scrying. A land! Yippee! not going to play the Season of Growth because I want to be holding up either Mana Drain and or this. Because I'm going to lose a bunch of life next turn, and they're going to cast some big spells. And the more mana they spend on those spells, the better it is for man, oh man, it's Mana Drain. I'm not blocking. Four mana. Plus all the rest. Urabrask, the Hidden! An excellent 5 mana for my next turn. Tourism, thank you for the sub. Oh, thank you for the 59-month resub. Sloppy Disses was not a Twitch user. That's such a shame. We're gonna scry. That's not a land. And... reveal! Oh, Tidebender. Well, it's good. It's not really what I want right now. Put it in hand. And I'll play Season of Growth. And then I'll shuffle. And I'm gonna turn Timber Symbiosis. Oh. Ooh. Twice the Scry and reveal. Or Cat Who Doubles Lands. Scry. I love to scry, so we're going to go ahead and name Elf. Lots of good elves who got doubled abilities here. A Tireless Provisioner. Not a land. So we're gonna get to reveal twice. If one of them is a land, that makes a difference. Neither of them were lands because it was just Crater Hoof Behemoth. Doesn't matter. They now know I have a Crater Hoof Behemoth on top of my deck. Yo, JB Gecko, thank you for the sub. Goblin Shaman swinging in. I will block with Galadriel, risking her death and dismemberment. So they have enough mana to play her again. Ooh, Inferno of the Starmast. Doesn't that have haste? It does. Oh, but they needed the treasure to play it. I know this isn't interesting. I'm just gonna time warp so I can look for more stuff. I'm sorry when I take a boring turn. There we are. We are scrying again. And we're revealing, and it's gonna be a land, right? Yes! Okay, and I get another one. And this one's a land. Oh my gosh, we got the double whammy, no kablammies. Even followed by a Fabled Passage. Crack that open, keep drawing cards. Hand refilled, heart restored. I got the safekeeping and a wash away being held up. And also, hi Scraps, my pretty little kitty cat just came into the room. Yes, and to you too. Girl, you missed all the birds that were in here today. There was a junco at the window, there was a chickadee, and there were doves, and there was a cardinal, and I'm gonna take triple damage. Oh gosh. It's fine. This Galadriel is gonna live forever. Oh yeah, I forgot Season of Growth has additional text. Yep, you wanna come up on the desk? It's a sleepy, rainy day today, so she's been napping almost all day. What a good girl. Wow, that sure is 18 floating mana. I think I have to let them draw. Oh, you're so purry, little girl. You're so purry. Oh, that's a Sundering Stroke. And I'm dead. Scraps, look, I died. Yippee. Ulalek, Fused Atrocity. This is going to be a 5-color Eldrazi deck. And I'm joined by my lovely little kitty cat, Scraps, who has decided that she wants attention and head scritchies so badly that she's willing to be on camera for them. Isn't that right? You willing to be on camera so I can brush you? So I can comb you? You're so cute! Love this cat. She's so good. She's She's like whipping her tail around like, how dare you brush me, the thing that I wanted. She's a relaxed cat. Oh, she's been chilling all day. It's a cold, kind of rainy day, or like it's chillier than it has been because it's been summertime. And she is just so happy to be involved. I'm trying to see what's going on. Oh, they've revealed a Devourer of Destiny. That's what's going on. I'm gonna reveal my Bristly Bill. Landfall's gonna let me put a counter onto any of my critters, which gets even more value if I have something like Nadu out. It's all just great landfall payoff. Speaking of landfall payoff, I have both a Nissa and a Tireless Provisioner here. I don't have any Scries, so I'm just gonna play the Provisioner, go to combat, and try to bop them. Oh, it's a mana drain! I'm gonna turn my 3 mana into their 3 mana. That could definitely accelerate them to some Eldrazi, like Ulalek. They could play Ulalek this turn. Ulalek also allows them to double up the abilities from their Eldrazi for 2 mana, which can get really weird on the stack. Hey, girl. Oh, you're so good. You're so good, Scraps. Whipping your tail around. She whips your tail back and forth. She whips your tail back and forth. I was using that 3 mana. Ooh, Glaring Flesh Raker and the Thief of Existence. I think that means they're going to exile non-creature, non-land. Oh, I don't have one of those. That's what the oops was. I was like trying to figure out like, oh, did that not do a thing? It didn't. I don't have a use for a floating mana here. So I'm going to play the Galadriel, bring this in tapped, and buff, I guess, Bristly Bill some more. Scraps is so good. Where's the sequel to Scraps? Yeah, Scraps, when are you gonna get a sequel, girl? Everybody's asking, where's Scraps 2? The sequel to Scraps? The answer is, who knows? Ooh, Flesh Raker, gonna ping me. That Flesh Raker in Limited could also be just so nasty sometimes. Nice, Elrond! So I'm gonna bring out the Rond. A fine elf, if I do say so myself. It's an elf. I wonder if they have, like, not just sacrificing this, but one of the, like, 1 mana spells. I'm going to scry and reveal. It is a scry land. Excellent. I'll make Galadriel a little bigger. Scry. That is not what I crave. I reveal another land that's a scry land. Oh, the Chain of Fools is happening. I'm the fool. And that is, yes, it's technically like a land on the backside, but it doesn't count for Galadriel. Itchy-eared girl. Very good. And I feel like I could even swing in with Bristly Bill here, since they would have to block with Ulalek if they wanted to trade, and I don't think they want to. No, they don't. So this next turn could get kind of nasty from them, though, especially with the Glaring Flesh Raker out, because I think that lets them essentially turn, like, 2 mana into 1 more mana and more damage. Scraps is very much an only cat. Null Drifter. Being cast for the discounted cost. Still gets all the triggers. And they're actually paying the 2 here to double all spells on the stack. And abilities. So a lot just happened. My only cat stream. Yeah, my only cat. It's so good. She's like watching the bottom of the screen right now, by the way. She's like staring at where Nissa is. Perhaps you want to see Nissa? So I'm going to name Elf, if my cat lets me touch the keyboard without biting me. Thank you. So we're gonna get some double scries here. Not a land. Reveal the top card. Yes, please. Girl, I can barely see. You are so in the way. I love you so much. Oh, a land. And we reveal again. That is Craterhoof Behemoth. Decidedly not a land. The ring is going to tempt me. And I am going to make... Bristly Bill, you're the ring bearer. You're special. You're a special boy. We get more triggers. We reveal. Nice. Keep growing. Reveal. Nope. Nope. Yes. Oh, did I have lethal off of River's Rebuke? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't do the math. Sometimes they forget. Reveal. You can keep revealing. Move them to the bottom. Get some more landfalls. Get some mana. Get some mana. Get the second trigger here. It is Arwen. I will still reveal the top card. It is Scoot Swarm. Yes, I have a lot of cards that are tempted by the ring. Many of the ones that are in this color, but there aren't that many in these colors. Put a +1/+1 counter onto Galadriel. Put a +1/+1 counter onto Bristly Bill. Reveal the top card of my library. It's a mana drain. Reveal the top card of my library. It's still a mana drain. We scry again. Oh, sure. You know what? Elrond, you're getting buffed now, too. Reveal. Reveal. Attack. Here to block? I miss my cat. He's all the way in the other room now. Being a little puff muffin. I hope she comes back. I love when Scraps joins me on the stream for a little bit. The Kitten Nugget. Yeah, that's her. She's a good Kitten Nugget. Ulelek. Some of this, some of that. Thought Knots here will reveal the top two cards of my... Or not the top two. The two cards in my hand. Exile. Do it again. Thought Knots here, by the way, is unusual for an Eldrazi in that it is actually an enter the battlefield ability. Because it's tied to a leaves the battlefield ability. I have two fetches here. Hello. Just gotta spread out the +1/+1 counter love here. Elvish Mystic. I can get a scry off of Arwen. But I can also double the counters at least 2 times off of Bill. Since we get double the mana off of you. Swing in, force some blocks, win the game. Sorry, I missed lethal before. Did not do the addition to see if it added up to 13. Teysa Karlov! She makes it so your on-death abilities trigger twice, and your various tokens have Vigilance and Lifelink. I have a turn 1 scry, which is not the timing I want for scries, but it does mean I will get a little bit of advanced knowledge. I could wait to cast this, but I'd rather just play my tap land tapped, so I can set up to do all sorts of rampy, slampy, counter scry thingies. And, like, drawing cards, too. The Doomed Traveler, if it dies, under the careful eye of Teysa Karlov, will get them 2 spirit tokens, and those 2 spirit tokens will have Vigilance and Lifelink. Hey, Teysa. She also doubles other on-death things like Blood Artist. But not sacrifice triggers like Selfless Spirit. Still a great card to have. I don't think I want to hold up the counter spell on this turn. I think that I'm going to want to wait until they are looking at, like, 4 mana for Teysa. Okay, Bloodchief's Thirst, they're just killing the Elvish Mystic, that's fine. Okay, I can open the Wooded Foothills. Grab the dual land. There it is. Dreamroot Cascade. Oracle of the Alpha. They did not play a 3rd land last turn. Oracle of the Alpha. It's going to put the Power 9 into my deck, which is actually bad for Galadriel because it means there's fewer chances of me hitting a land. But it scries every time it attacks, which is why it's in the deck. And they killed it before I could scry with it. Still looks like they're stuck on 2 lands, though. Lots of kill spells, not a lot of the rest of stuff. Might not put a land into play, but still gonna use this map. Go exploring. It was a land. Neat. Elrond also rewards me for scrying. Selfless Spirit swinging in for 2. Izumi Linebreaker. This is another one of those creatures that makes a creature when it dies, like Doom Traveler does. Yeah, I do want to play a Scry Engine, but I think I'd rather just play a Little Birdie. Hold up the counter spell. Time Twister! No, I'm good. Go for it, Galadriel. Ooh, I am gonna actually counter the Soul Trader. Warren's Soul Trader is... oh, okay. Well, it's good. I would have given them a ton of mana. But bye, Teysa. Tazri, Beacon of Unity. This is a party commander. Or wait. Party commander. Costs less based on the number of party members you have, and can spend 5 mana. Discounted based on, I believe, your various colors here. Is it only 4 mana? Oh, it's between 4 and 8 mana. To look for more party members. Nice. So I imagine they're running every single party synergy they can in this deck. And then just some good party members. If it happens to be a wizard, a cleric, a rogue, or a warrior, why not put it in the deck? The more of them they have, the more payoff they get. Yeah, there's only like a few different cards that have party payoffs, but there's lots of good cards that are parts of parties. I don't know if I want to hold up the mana drain here. Set up Season of Growth so I can trigger Galadriel next turn. Or Arcane Signet so I can Season of Growth next turn and still hold up the mana drain. I think I want that so I can have a bigger turn coming up. Oh, they gave me a treasure. That means this is going to deal 2 damage to me when they attack in. Thank you for the treasure. Are you a rogue? They are a rogue. There's a lot of rogues from Thunder Junction because that was part of Warm P, which is how you decide what an outlaw is. This is the R in Warm P, which is a normal phrase to say. I could still play Galadriel. No, I'm gonna hold up this mana drain here and just take a bunch of damage from these guys. Try to remember all of them. So W is Warlock, A Assassin, R Rogue, M Mercenary, and P Pirate. Warm P. That's how you know what an outlaw is. Or it's just like a funny sequence of letters to embarrass yourself in front of your viewers. Right? Why do they have Warm P? Because they're in the desert. It's all that desert sun. Marsh Flats cracking it open. They're gonna grab a swamp. They have 5 different colors of mana now. Cyclone Summoner. I would love to have 7 mana. Thank you for all these treasures, too. They're saying nice. Like, yeah. Nice. So I could go for Galadriel. I could go for freaking Emrakul here. I'll go for Emrakul. I could do both. I should have done Galadriel first. A Lotus Cobra? Put that to the bottom. So it wouldn't have made a difference because the first scry wasn't to land anyway. And now we're going to scry, and do we get to reveal? No, we're not revealing that. And reveal! It was a land. Hello, it's me. I'm Generous Plunderer. Would I like to give my opponent some treasures? No. No. I can kill one of these. But there's nothing I can really do that's, like, negative for them here. Those are all good cards for them to have. This is a human rogue shapeshifter that's also a shapeshifter rogue. I guess I'll kill that one. Still take one. You can double block it. You don't feel warlocks fit as much into the outlaw part. I feel like warlocks are... They're breaking, like, magic laws. But it doesn't feel the same as, like, the rest of them are, like, assassins. They kill people. Rogues. Probably stealing. Pirates. They're looting, they're pillaging, they're doing all that stuff. What's a warlock doing there? And, like, mercenaries are being, like, hired to do that stuff. Right, let's start with Elven Farsight. I have a creature I can put on top. I'll reveal that to the Elven Farsight. Oh, and then we reveal the land. Play the Llanowar Elf, since we can then reveal the top card, and it is... Okay, the Great Henge. I'm not going to reveal that to Galadriel. And then I'm going to kill Jace. So here comes Jace, and Jace is like, oh boy, what a lovely day. I sure wonder what's on... Oh, hey, wait, what are you doing? He takes 12 damage. He frickin' dies. Go to combat. Is it too risky for me to attack in here? What creature type are you? Rogue. Okay, so they have not got the full party, but I take a lot of damage. I can gain 2 life. I'm still swinging in with the Emrakul, because I also can gain 2 life off this. So it's like I have a net 4 life that I can gain. It's a big tree that just fell on Jace Mirror Mage. Do you think that, like, the flavor of this is you, like, look into the future and you see what's coming and it's so huge and devastating that it just kills you? They could have made, yeah, they could have made Advisor, which is like the lawyer creature type, into an outlaw. That would have been cheeky. He looks at what's coming and he just kind of freaks out. Whee! Ooh, free Pock. Wait, what? Did they say good game because they thought they had lethal? I think they forgot about the life gain off the Henge, because, like, at that point, the Tamiyo's safekeeping wasn't even the big piece. Cool. GG, Tazri. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. I hope you enjoyed watching my hyperfixation, which is Galadriel. People who watch my Twitch channel know that sometimes I will sit down, start playing this deck, and play it for 4 hours straight in a desperate fugue state where all I want to do is scry and reveal. I think that this deck is a real fun deck to play. It has a very good play pattern, and it will satisfy your game action addiction. Something I didn't mention in the intro is also how much I'll say synergy we have with Nadu. It didn't come up that much in this video, but Nadu plays incredibly well with cards like Bristly Bill and Arwen and Elrond, because these all give you these self-targeting abilities that trigger Nadu, get you more lands, get you more landfall, and continue the engine. I would say that Galadriel is a much fairer version of Nadu. If I were to compare the two decks, you have some sort of ability that enables getting additional lands. And that additional land getting ability is way easier with Nadu. It's way more repeatable because Scry, just to put it in an example, there are 0 cards that say the word Scry in all of Duskmourn. So, like, this deck gets nothing from an entire set because, you know, we can't all be Nadu. We can't all be the bird wizard who had to get banned from Modern, and it's actually amazing how long it went without being banned. But this deck is very, very fun, and I'll recommend it if you want to play a Simic lands deck that is doing more than just ramping. It requires you to actually, like, do a specific thing. So if you want the deck list, it's in the description of the video. And if you would like to request a commander for me to either brew or update or something from an upcoming set, please let me know. Just leave a comment below and be like, hey, Amy, I want to see Gitrog Monster again. And I'll be like, yeah, I want to see Gitrog Monster too. I might just upgrade it and play it anyway because I play that deck all the time. It's so much fun. I love Gitrog Monster. I love Galadriel. I like lands. I like game actions. Turns out they're really fun to play. Thank you so much for watching, and have a brawlful day!